Okay, I think we're going live. Hi, this is Mike Keenan. We're here today to introduce to you our new ID30 Burn. So I want to welcome my co-host for today, Vicki Nelson.
Hi, how are you?
All right, this is great. Well, guys, get your seatbelts on because we're going to hit you hard with some really great information. What we're going to talk to you today has never been done. This has been weeks in the making. We all know that your gyms and studios and clubs are all closed. And we do know that you're looking for your health and fitness tribe, a group that you can be a part of to continue to work on getting healthy and looking and feeling and performing your best. We know a lot of you have put on that quarantine 15 and you're looking to shed that. So we're going to teach you today how well you can work with us to help clean out, lean out, and feel, look, and perform your best. We have exactly what you're looking for with regards to physical, mental, and emotional health. So before we get started, Vicki, I'd just like the opportunity to share the screen a little bit with everybody so they can kind of see what we're going to be doing here. And we're going to start from the beginning. If this works. Okay, well, there you go. ID30 Burn, a personalized 30-day system to clean your body, lean you out, and do life better. So let me introduce you to the coaches that are going to be working with you. Vicki, let's have you kick it off, please.
Okay, so as Mike said, my name is Vicki Nelson, and I will give you a little bit about my background. I am a psychiatric clinical nurse specialist, so I love doing a whole lot in mindset and positive thinking and all of that kind of stuff. I am also a mom of 3 children, so I get all the mamas out there that are wearing many, many hats right now. So I just, I love what I do. I love taking care of my family, and I love the fact that I'm going to be able to help a lot of you out on this journey in mindset.
Fantastic. All right, let me put it so that people can see me again. Hey, okay, well, my name is Mike Keenan. I'm the owner of KM Fitness here in Manasquan, New Jersey. I've been in the health and wellness field for about 35 years now. I started working with professional athletes in the late 80s, early 90s. Technically, I worked with the Islanders, and we were the physical therapy company that worked with the Islanders. So I did a lot of rehabilitation type things. And then I got into eventually working with a whole broad population of people. I'm a certified cancer wellness specialist. I've done cardiac rehab, orthopedics, and sports injuries. And then I got into medical fitness. And when I left physical therapy to open up my own gym, that was really the focus. KM stands for Keenan Medical Fitness. So that is what I do. I work with people, and we have a group of great coaches that we're going to tell you a little bit about that also are going to be working with you. So Vicki, tell us a little bit about Jen Casey.
Absolutely. It is my pleasure to talk about Jen. This woman is absolutely amazing. She has been such an inspiration to me as a fellow mom. She is a transformation coach who has competed in professional competitions, and she is also a mama to 4 amazing children, and she has inspired me with stories of how she gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get her workout in before she goes to work a full-time job while taking care of her family. So if there's anybody that can prove that it can be done, it is absolutely Jen Casey. So it is a pleasure to have her on this journey as well.
Absolutely. Her level of experience is tremendous. Next, I want to tell you a little bit about Carol Ann Amarada. Carol Ann happens to be my personal Pilates instructor. She works with me on core strengthening, posture, balance, a lot of the essentials of health, and she's also a great health educator. She hosts a movie night when we're all able to get back together again, where we talk a lot about different parameters of health and wellness. Next one I'm going to brag on a little bit because it happens to be my son, Michael. He's 21 years old. He is going to be starting up at Monmouth University. He's transferring where he's going to be an exercise physiology major. He's a great trainer. His expertise is metabolic training. So when you train with Michael on his day, come prepared to work out and get a real good sweat. He will push you to what he'll talk to you about temporary muscle failure. So we get a positive hormonal response to the exercises he'll be teaching you. So you're going to have a great time with Michael. And go ahead, Vicki, tell us a little bit about Erin.
Okay, so Erin is another one who is such an inspiration to me. She is actually a Zumba instructor, and I personally have never done Zumba, so I'm super excited to get started learning how to do that through these next 30 days. And she it has amazing energy, such a positive mindset. If there's anybody that's going to motivate you, it is absolutely going to be Erin. And the other thing that is another side note to her is she is super into clean eating, great food. You should follow her on her stories. The stuff that she posts is absolutely amazing. I wish every day that she was cooking in my house with the things that she makes. So I know that she's going to add some of that to the next 30 days as well.
I think you just made a great point. The one thing we really want to hit on is that the coaches are going to be very interactive on the page. Each of them is going to have their own day in which they'll be working out with you. We're going to have a Zoom call where you're going to actually be able to participate. Of course, it'll be videotaped. If you can't make that particular class, you can go back and watch them. And what we didn't say is that Vicki is going to be our mindset specialist, and she's going to have her own special time where she will deliver a message during the week. And I know her. She is also someone who's going to be able to pop on and give you those nice little 5-minute vignettes during the week, things that will change your perspective, change your viewpoint, change your mindset, right? So let's keep moving on. So the key to any successful program is it needs to be built on a proven system. So with the ID 30-day burn, it's a personalized 30-day system to help you clean your body, lean out, and do life better. So Vicki, let's talk about the 6 key functions of this system.
So the first one that we're going to do is talk about nutrition. So that is going to be the first of the 6 steps that we're going to cover. Obviously, you know that you are what you eat. Your body needs to run on good food. It really does affect everything. And we're going to be really going through a lot of great meal planning with you, great ideas, ways to fuel your body to keep you motivated, losing weight, getting more fit throughout this journey.
Is it fair to say that the greatest amount of success will probably come through the nutrition?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. I mean, body and the way you feel and the way that you run too, like your energy, for sure.
That's fantastic. Now, in order to do a good fitness program, you need nutrition to fuel, because your food fuels your workout doesn't fuel your meals. So we are going to deliver a different coach on every day, Monday through Friday, with specific times that you're going to be able to put in your calendar and mark that time that you're going to be able to spend time with that particular coach. So we have a coach Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We're going to give you some suggestions on what you can do over the weekend with your family and stuff. But the fitness component will be a 30-minute workout, a nice warm-up, a good workout, and maybe some helpful tips at the end of the workout. So the coaches are ready to go. Go ahead, Vicki. Please.
All right, awesome. So the next area that we're going to make sure that you're focusing on is your water intake. And I can tell you that this is huge. I think it's really something that people overlook in a health journey when they're trying to get fit, lose weight, is just that they're not consuming enough water. So many times people wonder why they're low in energy, and it's that they're dehydrated, or people are grabbing for something to eat when if they just went and hydrated themselves properly, they wouldn't be so hungry. So this is a really, really huge factor in any kind of health focus, is to make sure that you're taking in enough water because your body needs it.
Absolutely. And clean living is so important. We're going to ask you to try to modify or completely eliminate, depending on how well you want to do with this program, things like soda, alcohol, refined carbohydrates, and sugar. And a lot of these I consider triggers for people. For example, if you go and you have 1 cookie or 2 cookies, then you might be compelled to eat the whole sleeve of cookies. Or if you have that first glass of wine, maybe the bottle doesn't make it through the night. So Clean living is really going to help you to stay on track with your progress.
Absolutely, Mike. I totally agree. And then the last one, and honestly, so important at the core of all of these steps is to take positive action in your life and get your mind right and have a positive mindset. You really need to, on a daily basis, put good stuff in your mind, whether you are reading something, you're watching something motivational, hearing something from somebody, but you really need to keep your mind right so that you can stay committed when you don't feel like doing it, because it really is a choice to stay committed when it gets tough, as we all know that it does. And I found that is really easy to do when you have a super supportive community and you have like-minded people that have the same goal in mind, that you can all come together and rally together when you need that support and get it. And you will absolutely be able to get that here.
Fantastic. And the cornerstone to the program obviously is ID Life, the ID Life products. Our ID Life products are derived from the best natural raw materials we can access. There's no artificial sweeteners, colors, non-GMO, and in most cases, soy-free too, and gluten-free. Now, one of the things that we know with some of the products is that some of the sources come from very interesting places. For example, when we start talking about our shakes, our whey shake comes from New Zealand. And you might say, why from New Zealand? Well, the reason for that is New Zealand's a non-GMO country. So from the grass up, from the very grass that the cows eat to develop the milk on which we get our whey from, we can say that we're a non-GMO product from the ground up. So let's talk a little bit about step one. Let's take people through the 3 steps of our system and see how they can succeed.
Awesome. So the first step is going to be for you to choose your personalized vitamins. And this is our product, ID Nutrition. And I am so happy to be able to speak about this because this just happens to be my absolute favorite product. I love this product. I have never in my life seen anything like it because there has been nothing and is nothing like this. And really what it is it's customized for you. And it's because one size does not fit all. And I don't know if any of you have ever had that time where you may look at somebody and admire them, like maybe a friend or somebody, and you're like, oh my gosh, I wish I was just like them. And so you try to do the same thing. You try to like maybe look like them or talk like them. And you know what? It doesn't quite work out the same. And that's because you are not like them. You are your own person and you are individual and you're unique. And there is only one of you. And that is why this system works so well. It is like a natural cleanse. And I have found that when you give your body the right nutrition and what it needs, it has a way of going into homeostasis where it just works better. And there is so much science. I'll be honest with you, I don't need to get into the details of that as a nurse, but I was floored when I saw the science behind this product. I mean, it is all based on third-party peer-reviewed studies and research that is updated daily. So it doesn't get any better than that. But all you really need to know is that when you take these vitamins, I mean, you are going to have an overall sense of well-being. I know for me, I have more energy. I sleep better. And the absolute biggest testimony I have to this product is that I do not rarely ever get sick anymore, which is amazing when you have a house full of, kids that are around other kids. So what you want to do is you want to get back to the person who invited you on this video so that you can take your own assessment. And then what you're going to see when it gives you a recommendation is there is a why button. And that why button is actually going to tell you why that vitamin is being recommended for you based on the answers that you put in. So it's a very dynamic tool and it's very fascinating. You just have to get in there and take it. And so that's going to be the first thing that you're going to do is get your personalized vitamins.
Absolutely. And I do want to say at this point that we don't claim to diagnose, treat, prevent, or cure anything, right?
Absolutely.
But what we do know is that when you give your body the right nutrients, it does what it was designed to do, and that's to help you look, feel, and perform your absolute best. So in addition to the ID Nutrition, we also have some support products that are very key in different areas. And I'm going to talk about one of my favorite right off the bat, which is the combination of Slim Plus and lean. I'm going to be 58 coming up in the next month, so I can speak to you from experience of how it feels maybe to start the aging process, to be honest with you. Most of my clients around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they really hit that wall. They start to get a little mentally weak, a little fatigued. They start to lose their focus and so forth, and they start to get the craving. So what do most people do around 3 o'clock in the afternoon? They're looking for coffee. They're looking for snacks. They're looking for candy or cookies or whatever snack they keep in their desk drawer. So a lot of my clients, what we've gone to is we've given them the combination of Slim Plus and Lean to take at that 3 o'clock slot. And what that does is the tyrosine in the Slim Plus helps increase dopamine and serotonin. So it gives you that mental clarity and that mental energy. And the Lean with the branched chain amino acids in it, what that does is it helps with your hunger and your cravings. So now you can kind of zoom right through that 3 o'clock spot and wait to get home and have a nice dinner. Now, energy is a product that a lot of people use because it has a time-release caffeine, so it doesn't really hit you like a jolt. And there's so many unhealthy energy drinks on the market that are loaded with sugar. Well, our energy has no sugar. It's sweetened with stevia, just like all of our products, right? And it also has tyrosine in it, which helps with mental clarity and mental energy. So for example, my son Michael's not a coffee drinker, but he does use his energy before he goes to school in the morning, and it does make a big difference with him. And he actually started using energy when he was in high school, and he sensed a big difference with that. The shakes we spoke about with the whey, how it can be a meal replacement, and there's also a vegan option available as well, which happens to be my personal favorite. Gives me 2 servings of my fruits and vegetables, okay? Sleep. Where is most of the testosterone and human growth hormone secreted during the day? It's when you're sleeping, right? So if you want to repair properly, you need proper sleep. So sleep is restorative. It's a product that's very easy to use. And you can ask the person who invited you to give you a sample of that. The pre and the post workout are huge. And let me tell you why the post in particular is so important. And you're going to see this when we get to the nutrition programs. A lot of my clients have chronic inflammation, or they have a lot of soreness, especially after workouts. The post-recovery drink directly helps with their inflammation, and it also helps decrease their muscle soreness. So it helps them to rest better, to recover better, and it allows them to get up and do a workout the next day and feeling a whole lot better. The Hydrate is another great product. Again, with the kids, with the different sports drinks, that some of them have more sugar in a single serving than a child can possibly metabolize in a day. And we have doctors on our scientific and medical advisory board that have told us about childhood obesity and childhood type 2 diabetes. We used to call it adult onset diabetes. Now they could just call it type 2 because we're seeing it in children as well. So a healthy sports drink with all the electrolytes that you're looking for, but none of the sugar. And last but not least, let me hit on the DNA kit and tell you why that's so important. I can't tell you how many times a woman will come in, it's typically women who report this to me, is they'll say, Mike, you don't understand. I'm running like 30 miles a week. I'm tired, I'm sore, I don't feel good, and I'm not losing weight. So when we do the DNA test on them, and it comes out that they're more of a speed or power type person as opposed to an endurance person, and we change their program from going out and running all the time to doing some resistive training, all of a sudden, it's like flipping a switch. All of a sudden, they start doing a whole lot better. The DNA test will also tell you a little bit about how you metabolize carbohydrates and fats. Some of the people that I deal with are extremely carbohydrate sensitive. And when they start to when we get into the nutrition, we'll talk a little bit more about it, but we start putting too much carbohydrate in their diet, too much refined carbohydrate in their diet, it completely stalls their progress. However, when we start to remove that from their diet and focus on other macronutrients like proteins and fats, all of a sudden things start to change dramatically. So that's some of the support things. And Vicki, take us to the next step.
Sure, Mike. So this is going to be so important, and that is to just plug into the support that we are offering, which is really, really key. We have an amazing system set up here. It's really unbelievable. And the one thing that I can tell you about systems is that systems work. Systems really make everything work so much better. And I know that just as a mom running a household, as well as when you're trying to take on something like, get healthy and get fit. And we have that all set up for you here, from having the, most amazing products that are out there that you can get, one-of-a-kind coaches that all bring something special and unique to the forefront for all of us. We have trackers that you can actually download and use to track your progress, and we'll be covering that in just a bit, as well as the fact that it's going to be interactive. And that's really what I love about that right now, is we've all kind of had to do some social distancing, is the fact that there are going to be people on and active on the page in the moment, sharing things with you, sharing great mindset tips and recipes and just some encouragement, because we all need that as we're taking on, a new process. So we have that all in place for you here.
Absolutely. So this slide just talks about what we just talked about. So let's move on. Let's talk about a little bit about the nutrition end. And I'm gonna kind of get the ball rolling here with the nutrition guide. Now, this is what I labeled the non-paleo version. And Vicky's gonna talk a little bit more specific about paleo. But what we want you to do is start to get into the routine of eating properly prescribed meals. Meals that include a protein and a healthy form of fat and healthy carbohydrates. So, for example, in an AM meal, it could be an ID Life shake. We talked about meal replacement shakes. We also talked a little bit about, the in-between meals and how important it is not to snack, but to use some of the tools like Slim Plus and Lean, both maybe as an option in the morning and definitely as an option in the afternoon. Again, having that balanced afternoon meal and trying to avoid microwavable foods, but eating more whole natural foods. And then, of course, in the evening, eating that proper meal at dinner time, because again, it's the days bringing on the challenges it's going to, and you want to make sure you keep your body properly fueled, especially if you're doing some of these great workouts we're doing. Now, the sleep strips and the lean, this is something that really helps a lot of people to be able to fall asleep and stay asleep. The lean is not, I'm going to make a very quick point here. The lean is not something that's going to keep you awake. It's not a stimulant at all. It's a branched chain amino acid, which breaks down while you're sleeping to continue to feed your brain and nervous system the glucose it needs to keep it at rest. A lot of times people have trouble falling asleep and staying asleep because they may be anxious or because their blood sugar could start to fluctuate. So with the lean and the sleep strips, that's going to help a lot. So what we did was we went through and we started putting in different macronutrients for protein and fats and veggies and complex carbs and fruits and some snack ideas. But most importantly, we also put that stop sign in there for you. So these are the foods, when I talked about clean living, these are the type of foods you want to start to avoid. So Vicky's going to spend a few more minutes about why you should be avoiding certain foods and the effect it may have on your body.
Yeah, so I'm going to just briefly cover the paleo nutrition plan that we have here for you. I can just tell you that personally, I don't follow straight paleo, but I do follow something very similar to that. And really, it's about cutting out those high inflammatory foods that we all probably at one point or another have absolutely consumed. And for me, when I started following a meal plan where I cut out those foods like the gluten, the soy, the dairy, the sugars, and things like that, I could not believe the difference that I saw in myself and my husband, because we did it together. I mean, we lost an amazing amount of inflammation in our body. So when the scale went down, it wasn't even that it was fat, it was all that water that we were holding on to. We were sleeping better. We didn't have joint pain anymore. We had more energy, more focus. Like our skin was glowing. My husband even had people say like that he was looking younger. What is he doing? And this was all from simple changes that we made with eliminating some of these foods from, you know, our diet. So I know this works firsthand because I've seen it happen. So if this is the road that you want to take, where you want to incorporate some of this, we have a plan set up for you under this paleo nutrition guide. And don't feel like you have to have this all together. If this is all new to you, no worries. You can start at, you know, at any level, because we're going to have people on sharing just tips, and you will always be able to ask questions, and we'll be able to support you by getting answers back to you about things that you want to learn along the way with this, because, you know, we're going to do this step by step, and before you know it, you're going to be able to transform everything. So just a little bit about the paleo one.
Great. Okay, now this is your specialty, so I'm going to step out of the way and let you talk to us about the importance of the fitness tracker.
Sure. So I don't know if, you know, if you use trackers for anything else in your life, but I love checklists. I don't know if it's because I'm a mom or I'm a nurse or both, but I absolutely love when I can check something off that it was done. It just makes me feel accomplished, like I did something. But the bigger picture and the point to tracking is that whatever isn't tracked, it can't be measured. And we need to do that to see the progress that you're making in this. So this is a great tool that was developed to really hit all those key points. And you can just see by the little icons at the top, you know, it'll cover food and fitness and water and, you know, your clean living, your mindset. And really, if you just go through and you check those off every day, then you know that you have it done. And I can just tell you one thing: if you keep doing the right thing over and over again, you're bound and guaranteed to get the right results. Because if you have the right habits, it really does start with habits. If you have the right habits, the results are going to follow. So that is really what this tracker is meant to do. It even has a place for you to start with your measurements, which, you know, you really want to get in there and be able to do that before and after, to be able to see the amazing difference that this, you know, challenge is going to do for you. So yeah, Mike. And then we also have some great prizes, right, Mike? Do you want to talk about those?
Absolutely. And I just want to point out one thing before we move on. Each box, there's 180 boxes there. In order to succeed and to apply or to qualify for the contest we're going to talk about in a little bit, we got to shoot for 80% success. That means at the end of those 30 days, 144 of those boxes need to have been checked off. Now, if you do that and more, that's when you're going to start to see some significant change. And I'll just say one thing real quick too. Make sure you take those before measurements, and make sure you take that before picture, even if you're taking a picture of yourself in the mirror, because you need to see that positive change. You need to have that sense of accomplishment. So please do that. Now, contest rules to be a winner. Okay, there's going to be 3, and I said 3 card winners. So of gift cards between $125 and a choice of a lot of great places. And it's going to be a drawing, which is good. So anyone who completes the 30 days and gets at least 80% is going to go into that drawing, which is great because, you know, sometimes you say, well, I can't do as good as so-and-so could possibly do. You don't have to match them because you're not competing against anyone. You're competing against yourself. And in order to get into the drawing, you have to show that 80% success. And of course, it's going to be on the honor system. We trust everyone to be honest with us. So you want to enter the drawing. You want to start your 30 days between May 18th and June 3rd. So we're giving a little time for people to kind of get organized. And you're going to be completed by the 3rd of July. And let the ID Life associate that added you to this page help you create your customized plan. We talked about that. So in the comments section of the Unleashing Your Body's Potential, which is the page that's going to be handling this contest, you want to comment "in to win my 30" by Wednesday, June the 3rd. And then you're going to watch 12 coaching videos over the next 30 days. And as you watch those videos in the comments section, you can put #done, because the coaching videos are going to be something over and above what the coaches are doing. These are special professional videos that we put together specifically for this group. So we have a lot of other positive influences coming in. You're going to be blown away by how much support you're going to get. You must hit 80% success rate on your success tracker. And at the end, you're going to comment, "I won my 30" by July the 3rd. And you have to have watched the 12 coaching videos and scored 80% or better on your success tracker. We will be drawing the winners on July 6, 2020 in this group. So we're excited to see your success story. And thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a pioneer with us. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. There we go. Well, Vicki, I thought you did a great job.
Oh, thank you. You know what, guys? We want to thank you for your time, and we want to just invite you on Monday. We'll catch you then. Let's go make it happen.
All right. You take care. God bless, and we'll see you real soon.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.